Now you've been in ministry all your life, or a pastor, you founded a church and all of that. What would you say to people who are in ministry, people who are starting out in ministry, people who are thinking about doing ministry, people who are in ministry?
Well, first you need to be sure of what your ministry is, and be sure that you are going to do what God tells you to do, because it's no good to be in ministry and do what you want to do. But also, when I started in ministry, number one, I didn't want to do it. I did not want to be no pastor, no preacher, but it was prophesied on me. But then the Lord told me if I didn't do it, that I was going to die. And I thought he meant physically, but he was talking about spiritually. And so I finally gave in. But don't run, don't delay, because time is so short. And if God has given you something to do, you need to do it. And I know it's easy, not easy, but somebody said do it scared. Just do it scared. And if you do, God will bless you. Because I started in ministry. When I started, I didn't know nothing about being no pastor. I didn't know anything about those things. But as I went along, God began to guide me, and I was able to do things far beyond what I expected. And so it is with you. There are things in you you don't even realize. If God tells you to do something, he knows it's there. And if you choose to follow his lead, he will open things for you, and he will open doors, and he will have you doing stuff you never thought you would do in all your life. And so that's what I tell you. But also trust in God. Don't trust yourself. Trust in God. Have faith and believe what you are doing. That's an important thing. I mean, we can do things and we don't have to even believe what we're doing. But we have to have faith and believe that God called me. And if he called me, he's going to prepare me. He's going to make the way. He's going to open the doors. And I didn't know how he was going to do it, but he did it. And as I said, far above what I expected. So this is a time we're living in now that we really need to go forward and do what God is telling us to do.
What about women in ministry? How has that been hard for you as a woman in ministry?
Well, I can't say that it was so hard, but the thing about it was that when I came along, they didn't think much of women. Many women, they were called, but they couldn't even preach in the pulpit. And then God calls me out of a church that they wasn't too hot on women either. But God called me. And because he called me, he opened the door, he made the way. Everything that I needed to be a pastor, God put right in the very building that he called me to rent or to start the ministry. And I know that when I started, a lot of other women began to step out and do things that they wouldn't have normally done. And so it's just trusting God and believing what he said he wants you to do. And if he's with you, you don't have to worry. He will wake a way and he will open the doors.